Hello everyone, just wanted to make this video to talk about how to deal with someone that's harassing you at the gym. So I've been in the gym for 16 years now. I've been a manager of a gym, I've been a personal trainer, I've done a lot of different things in the gym community, and unfortunately there is going to be negative people in the gym. Going to the gym, you're working on improving yourself, and there's unfortunately a lot of insecure people at the gym that are not happy with where they're at, and sometimes people will start to harass you because you're doing better than them in certain aspects, or they want your physique, or there's a variety of different reasons. But if someone's harassing you at the gym, best thing to do is to ignore them if at all possible. If it's getting bad, like if it's severe harassment, go obviously talk to a manager at the gym or something, someone in charge of something there, because sometimes it can get a little bit intense. I'll give an example of something that I dealt with yesterday, actually, with someone that was harassing me. So I've been off the gym for 5 months. I was in the hospital the whole time. I got a couple surgeries. I was on a bunch of antibiotics. I'm literally fighting for my life with an infection. And I've lost muscle mass because I haven't been in the gym. And for someone that's been working out for 16 years, that was obviously quite a drastic change from what I used to previously look like. Well, anyways, I was doing a set yesterday of leg extensions, and this jerk came up to me, and I've never been really a fan of this guy. He's always negative to everybody, but he motioned for me to take out my earbuds while I was doing a set, and I should have just kept doing the set and told him to piss off or something, but he wanted me to take out my headphones, so I did, and the first words out of his mouth was, "You've gotten a lot smaller, man." And I knew it was gonna be something negative, so I just burst out laughing. I said, "No crap, man. Like, I've been off the gym for 5 months, literally in the hospital the whole time, fighting for my life." And this guy continued to try to keep dragging me down. He kept repeatedly telling me how I've gotten smaller and I look a lot different. I'm not the big muscle man that I used to be. All sorts of different insults. And like, he wasn't getting any social cues to bugger off and leave me alone, which was kind of concerning. But when dealing with harassing people like that, it's best to obviously ignore them if possible. Like, I should have just left my headphones on and let him just look like an idiot trying to talk to me. But I engaged with him, and that kind of opened the doors for him to start saying all these rude things and harassing me. And he wasn't getting it. He wasn't leaving me alone. He kept saying these things like repetitively. Like, I was like, "Are you serious, man?" Like, it was funny to me that he was so out of touch with reality and didn't know that it was rude to continue going down that route. Like, I was obviously a little agitated by it, but he wasn't picking up on it. And I could have clapped back at him for telling me I was smaller, because he's gotten bigger and he's gained weight. I could have said a variety of different rude things about his body like he did to mine, but unfortunately that's not how things get better. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So it's not the best thing to always clap back at people that are being rude and harassing you, because that just fuels the fire and leads to much worse things down the road. But I was laughing with him and agreeing with him, and it wasn't giving him I guess what he wanted out of it was obviously to hurt me mentally in some way because he's insecure, but he couldn't get that out of me. And it was kind of an entertaining point because he was just continually saying the same things over. I was like, "Yeah, man, I agree. Like, I've gotten smaller. That's pretty common for people that have been on bed rest for multiple months. Like, that happens to pretty much everyone who can't work out." And agreeing with him, he was really shooken by that, because I think he wanted a more negative reaction out of me. And it was just kind of funny because he would repeat things. I would be laughing and asking, like, "Are you serious, man? Like, are you for real right now?" And it was going over his head. He obviously he doesn't clearly have social skills to pick up, like, this is a stupid conversation to have and it doesn't make me look very good. And people were walking by looking, and it was like, if you would have seen that conversation, you wouldn't think it was an aggressive one, but he was attacking me. So sometimes that positivity works very well. I watch a channel called Charisma on Command on YouTube, and it has some really good points. When people are attacking you, it's like, try to see the good in it and like kind of laugh it off. It really throws those people for a loop, because this guy was he wanted to make me feel crap, because he's insecure with himself. And when dealing with people that are harassing you, they're probably very unhappy with themselves. So taking it as positivity is going to really confuse them. Clapping back, again, never really works out in anyone's favor, but yeah, positivity always seems to win in those situations. after it, I went to Instagram and I kind of shared what I went through with his whole, like, him harassing me and attacking me and telling me I'm small multiple times. And I got a lot of people messaging me on Instagram just kind of talking about it and thanking me for taking the higher road and being positive with it. I also highlighted body dysmorphia as a big thing, and I've dealt with it my whole life with the gym, and comments like that for someone that has body dysmorphia can really impact them negatively. But for me, I've gotten past that point where 5 years ago that would have really dug into me and hurt me. But nowadays I've matured and I've gotten over body dysmorphia a little bit. So whenever someone's harassing you in the gym, it does take time to get to that point, but positivity usually wins in those situations. So yeah, that's just my experience with people harassing in the gym. Again, if someone's being really rude or saying like anything like violent or things like that, go talk to the manager right away, because that's not okay. That's not something that should be going on in a gym. But as a previous manager of a gym, those things do happen. And I've had to deal with situations where I had to call the police because people are harassing me as a manager there over like the rules around the pandemic and everything like that. Like, people were getting violent and trying to hurt people. And obviously in cases like that, like, there should be, like, we had to ban people and call the police a few times because people are waiting out in their cars for me to leave the gym because they didn't want to wear masks. Just absolute ridiculousness can happen like that. So if someone's harassing you, depending on how severe it is, if it's like you could be hurt or endangered, obviously contact the management, or if the police need to get involved, unfortunately sometimes it does happen because people that go to the gym are sometimes a little bit crazy, and unfortunately attracts a different kind of group of people to go. But if it's someone that's just insulting you because they're insecure, I found that positivity always wins. Like, just if you can't agree with them, because it's like, that's probably not what they want. They wanted you to dispute and argue it or something like that. Just laugh it off. It's not going to give them the reply that they wanted, and it will probably bother them a bit. And that's what we want to do with harassers, is let them know that their words don't mean anything. So I guess that's my 2 cents on that topic. I hope this has been useful. If you have any questions or anything, please leave it in the comments below. I'd be happy to read that. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.